name, but I gotta make clear. Can't say where I'm gonna be in a year. Some sweat hog mama with a face like a jet said, "My get up and go, Mr. Got Up and Went." You got good news, but you're a real good liar. Cause your backstage lover set your pants on fire. Yes, it did. Car. Your daddy said it took you just a little too far. Telling other things but your girlfriend lied. Can't catch me cause your rabbit done died. Yes it did. Standing in front just shaking your act. Take you backstage, you can drink from my glass. Talk about something you can sure understand. Cause a month on the road and I'll be eating from your hand. Sweet.
Holy diver, you've been down too long in the midnight sea. Oh, what's becoming of me? Ride the tiger, you can see his stripes, but you know he's green. Oh, don't you see what I mean? Gotta get away. Shiny diamonds, like the eyes of a cat in the black and blue. Something is coming for you. Race for the morning, you can hide in the sun till you see the light. Oh, we will pray it's alright. gotta get away. Get away. Between the velvet lines, there's a truth as hard as steel. The vision never dies. Life's a never-ending. Holy diver, you're the star of the masquerade. No need to look so afraid. Jump on the tiger, you can feel his heart, but you know he's mean. Some light can never be seen.
Hey there, Sean. Well, I left that open just in case. All right. Now I'm Sean. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Okay, good. Just making sure you can hear half as decently as before because the mic is in a different spot. So.
No, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Well, I mean, you can be there. All right. I gotta frame you guys up anyway. All right. Oh. Small business ownership, guys. I can't recommend it high enough. All right, Sean is going to be.
Oh, okay, let me do my fake voice. Hi, I'm Jaclyn.
Always got to put that on when it's showtime. Got to put the Jaclyn character on. Yeah, catch her outside of here. Hey guys, I'm at the grocery store. I'm not on right now. Can you leave me be? Respect my privacy. Okay. That's a lot of. Oh, that is completely wrong. Oh, everything's gonna be fine. Oh boy. And I was already feeling like, what am I doing this evening before I got the latest news? So, it's just, yeah, just.
I will choose walking on. Look how called your face.
Alright. That took longer than it should have. Now let's get, alright, it's going to be there, so I got to frame up Jaclyn properly. And wee little Jeff Brown is going to be over in this. That seems unnecessary. I don't have to call him wee little Jeff Brown. I already give him enough of a hassle for not being Jack Brown. That's never going to die. I do it for the love of the art, guys. I mean, I must, because otherwise, there is no other part of this. And that looks like it should be. Oh shit, we're at zeros and there's no Jeff Brown. This so-and-so. Well, you know what? We're just going to bring it up and they'll wander in. I saw that they saw it. So we're just going to do that. Oh, wait. Oh, hold on. Before we get too far into it, and before we get to Sean talking, and then we'll blow out people's ears, because I almost got it. I got like 95, 98 even % of everything that I needed to get ready. The one thing, the obnoxious music and effects, because we are, guys, spoilers, we are going to need that Irish jig. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that to pad out time?
It's to replace racism.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Irish are still garbage. Ooh. All right, hold on. I gotta mute this so I don't blow our ears out when I do that. Okay, now Sean can come back. All right, everything's good. Everything exists as it should. Hey guys.
Hello.
Oh, we need more Sean Crandall, everybody. All right.
I thought testing audio might be good.
Yeah. No, that's a good call.
How is that? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Oh, chug.
No, Jeff, not Chug.
Oh, Jeff.
But I will.
Okay, I thought we were chugging.
Sure.
Do you need Corey to set you up one of these? Because he will. Okay.
See, if you get up there with one, then everybody's going to expect
I don't want it to seem like I just got one.
Oh, Jaclyn got a mic stand. What? There must be something terribly wrong with her arms. Is this a benefit show for Jaclyn's arms? Oh. Oh, what do you got there? Oh, Bill Wallace. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
You know what, Jeff? I don't need your shit. I don't. I am in a very fragile state right now. Oh, and then I framed up the wrong chair. Look at that. See, that's where you're not. No. You stay right there. That's on me. I get to do this whole thing. There it is. Oh no, you're not solving.
Can I share
my
with you
mistake?
guys like an amazing thing?
Please.
On mic, yes.
Well, if it's on mic, I can't go into too much detail.
Okay.
Well.
Okay.
So I had to do a meeting.
I mean, the rest of the mics are probably going to pick some of this up,
Well,
so you might as well.
I had to do a meeting, like someone's exit meeting.
Oh.
Like it was like their last day.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. Like
Oh.
yeah. New beginnings. And
Sure.
so they were coming in to do their final paperwork. I'm waiting. And they came in wearing a Spider-Man costume
Nice.
to our
Power
office.
move.
Yeah. Skin tight. Not like a
Yeah.
not a Ben Riley. I'm wearing like a hoodie that has the arms cut off.
I
Like they would
appreciate-
get dress coded.
Yeah, like he was not wearing shoes. He was like in the full bodysuit type
Fuck
of
it.
situation. Yeah. You know what you do in that situation? You don't acknowledge it
No.
whatsoever. You do not say shit.
Mr. Spider-Man?
Yeah. I had to give a Spider-Man his last paycheck today. That sucks.
Yeah.
The economy.
Yeah. You can't get by as a photojournalist in New York
I mean,
City.
that's always been a part of Peter Parker's background. He's just like a poor kid.
Yeah, he just came in muttering about the old Parker luck.
Yeah. With great responsibility. Just give me my final fucking paycheck. I'm like, okay, sure.
And nobody else is going to acknowledge it or appreciate it, but you know I will. My favorite part of the story was the Ben Riley pull.
I'm a big Ben Riley fan.
Oh, well, then you're in the right. And
If they could bring back, until they do Ben Riley's comic accurate costume on the big screen with the bright blue hoodie
yeah.
with just the arms taken off of it, like it's like a muscle shirt that you made out of a hoodie. I'm not going to be happy. Ben Riley hoodie.
I mean, they don't say it. I'll have to iron the spider on. But oh, guys. Hey, we got Brain Grid here for you.
How are you guys?
Those are your folk.
My folk, are they in
Brain
here?
Grid? Yeah.
Who is it?
They're a
Oh
has
yeah, that's
fun.
Javier. What's up, Javi?
They're a has funner. But we've adopted them into Wednesdays, into the Inside the Box. They're
You're
here
welcome.
often. So
Yeah. They're on loan from us.
Okay. You may have them back.
Yes.
And Team Marks? Is that or I don't know. All sorts of people that I don't recognize. Where are you guys normally? Over inside someone's hat.
One of them leaves. They're like, shit, he found me out.
In some mom's hat.
You knew I was in a hat.
Oh, guys. Good to have you. Good to good to be with all of you. We got this dark blue on a gray background. It's Danielle, but I can't see. Oh, yeah,
that's
tilt
Danielle.
compatible. There it is, tilt. Yeah. Got it.
Yeah.
I don't know what Bob is referencing. Somehow he got censored, or did he censor himself? I don't know. I'm going to stop looking at the
Read
chat.
it aloud.
Yeah.
We don't have.
The channel goes down immediately.
The first words I hear are censored something L are garbage. Context jokes are hilarious. I don't know what the fuck. L. All right. L and 4 asterisks. Go. What is the
LASIK.
Yeah, LASIK are garbage. All right. I don't know.
I think some people are trying not to say lame because it's ableist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
That's
fair.
what I can think of.
Lassie. Irish. Oh, it's a capital I, not a lowercase L. Well, the Irish are garbage, Bob. Get back to where you came from, you potato-chomping usurpers.
I saw what Daniel Day-Lewis did to those people.
Yeah.
Fuck the Irish. Murdered all those people.
Oh. Now I have to go watch Gangs of New York again.
I've actually never watched it.
No?
I just reference it.
Yeah.
Is
It was
good, like, as a movie, or is it good because it's like...
It's good. Yeah.
That's my thing, is like, I don't have time for, like...
He loves epic movies even more than he loves epic wins.
I thought you were going to say Epic Movie, the actual movie called Epic Movie.
Yeah.
The last of the parody movies that came out.
He loves epic movie.
I can't do those longer things anymore. Like,
So you can't watch
attention
any more
span-
Marvel movies?
No, She-Hulk's at 22 minutes an episode. I'm like, fucking awesome, sweet. I can do that. But like, even Lord of the Rings, like the new one, the series, like I realized I never really liked Lord of the Rings. I just liked the movies, and that was it. Like, I don't really have any interest in more Lord of the Rings.
The rest of the lore.
Yeah.
But how the rings?
But where did they come from?
But rings. Yeah. I don't know. Oh, I had something, but I can't remember.
Well, Sauron went to Jared. So.
Yeah. Or Jostin.
They're just class rings.
Yeah. The class rings of power. Shit, how is that not like a local production somewhere?
Oh shit, Save Mart just sent me an app notification. I have a free offer waiting for me.
Oh, well, we will not keep you then.
Hold on, let me see what it is.
French bread. Loaf of French bread.
If
$1.
if I guess it, is it free? Oh, I get free Guru Energy. I don't know what that is. It's an organic energy drink.
No. Why would you name it organic drink guru? That sounds wrong. So, I don't know. Now I'm picking the smallest of nits. Don't call your organic drink guru. Oh, wait, I get it. Yeah. Took me a second, yeah.
It's hard to say Guru. Guru.
Guru.
Guru.
That is ableist, you fucking Irish tramp. I don't know what's going on. Oh, okay. How about we start the show at 7 o'clock? We still have an 8, guys. Then you can chill at 9 o'clock and come back at 10, even though the show that's at 10 used to be at 9, but we moved. You know what? Doesn't matter. Everything's fine. Hi, guys. Hi. I like being here.
If you had like a twin who just was the opposite emotion of you, and like one time I see you as you and one time's a twin, I'd be like, sure, that makes sense. Like, I vacillate extremely between two emotions.
It's true. There's no gray area here.
Yeah.
I'm the saddest I've ever been, or I'm the happiest I've ever been. How about we start this dumb show that we're still doing after almost 10 years? Can you believe it?
You can retroactively make money on old episodes, though, if someone starts watching them, right? If 1 million people watched episodes 1 through like 10, how much money would that be for Stab?
I don't know 1 million people.
It's only people you know.
It has to be, because that's the only people that listen now. All right, let's do this. Oh, there's the jig. Just making sure it was on the playlist. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Danielle. I do need a hug. Let's do the gosh darn. No, I'm happy. I'm fine. Everything's good. All right.
If we weren't here, you'd still be saying those words to yourself.
I would. Everything's fine, guys. Oh, hey, mic stand.
Roughly 24 to 92 hours ago, Stab's team of comedy scientists commissioned 3 specific humorists to give various potentially comedic takes on several random topics, which they will now perform for the first and likely last time in front of a live studio audience in a show called Stab.
Welcome to the Stab Show, the molehill your parents warned you about. Didn't I use that one last time? I can't remember. Let's introduce tonight's panel. Our first panelist once ate 7 to restore calm to the number realm. He's a co-host of Dregs and Craigs. It's Sean Crandall.
Hey there.
Our second panelist is no longer allowed in any Sizzler in the contiguous United States. He's part of the Mom Hat Studios empire. It's Jeff Brown. You know why. And our third panelist sells Polaroids of trees with bad attitudes to absolute maniacs. She's a hilarious comedian and Stab Show favorite. It's Jaclyn Weiand.
Hello.
And I'm your host, Jesse Jones, only available in non-brushed aluminum. Welcome to Stab. And just a friendly reminder, in your car, or probably just your car, because where else do you have a radio? 11 p.m. Saturday nights, tune in to Stab on Cuts FM, KUTZ 103.1 if you're in the lesser Sacramento Midtown area, or cutsfm.org to listen not in a car, I guess. Anyway, let's meet tonight's panel. Sean! Oh, I was looking over here. Technically you are over there on the screen.
Oh.
Hey there, Sean.
Okay, very good.
How are you?
I'm good.
Are you?
Just pushing through, as we all are.
Yeah. I mean, not that the people at home can see it, but you've got a cat tower, or a tree or tower, depending on which way. So it can't be all that bad.
Oh no, it's not all that bad.
I mean, you can climb up there, you can curl up. It's nice.
Yeah. I often just do my nightly grooming there.
Mm-hmm.
Comfort myself.
Yeah, just...
End of sentence.
Yeah. Just quietly licking your own butthole and looking around the room, just asking what the fuck anybody's looking at, and getting right back to it.
Yeah. When my wife walks in, I just look, well, you married me.
Yeah. You knew this getting into it. How are things? How is I haven't checked in. I'm just moving forward, presuming dregs are still cragging. Oh, yeah.
Still cragging.
Okay.
There's still horrible people on the internet, and they're still asking for horrible things on Craigslist.
Well, good. Glad to see you're still still able to do that.
There's a robust economy of weirdos.
Yes. That's the one thing that'll remain true all the way up to the end of this empire.
Yes.
I don't know. Well, have there been any particularly interesting posts since last you've been around?
Well, perhaps it's because of the dire times, but there's been a lot of doomsday Christianity posts coming around. They usually make the rounds when some war is happening or something.
Okay.
But this time it's mostly about how the vaccine is the Antichrist.
Sure. That old chestnut.
Yeah. It's because it's filled with RFID chips and Yeah, you'll become trans or something.
Sure. I was just wondering if there was like a new date that we had to look forward to, but it's just general vaccine panic. That's good.
You know, people not giving dates as much anymore.
Yeah.
I think people are catching wise to dates, specific dates of the end times.
I mean, but it's like roulette. If you put it all on one number and it hits, that is a big payday.
I mean, if it hits, it hits.
Yeah.
I mean, you got cultists for life.
Yeah. And afterlife and so on. But yeah, you got to be willing to commit.
Exactly.
All right. Well, good to see you, Sean. Always a pleasure.
Good to be here.
Jeff Brown.
What's up?
Hi. How are you?
I'm good.
It's good to see. I guess the rotation kind of works because I am getting caught up. I promise. I've edited like 6 episodes this week. We're getting caught up. Okay. And in that batch, I think was another one of Sean, another one of you, probably a Jaclyn or 2.
Me too.
It's sort of like the Stab podcast backlog is like the Dorian Gray. Like, I'll stay young as long as the episode. There's an episode in there that I have not been released on yet.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm doing this to you guys.
No, it's weird. Actually, I on this day, because that's what you look at every day.
Sure.
Literally, I was on Stab a year ago today as well. Okay. So I don't know if it's just like you don't want to throw caution into the wind, or like you just have like a calculated method of putting people on.
I have a very strict, very subconscious method because I don't know it. But if I look back, oh man, there it is again. Mm-hmm. So clearly, my brain is putting this chaos together without me knowing it.
Yeah.
And for you to be on this day again, when last time it would have been a Thursday, so somehow we've managed to, wow.
It's like you're like the guy from Limitless. Like you're taking that pill and just putting people on Stab.
Oh, man. I want to take pills.
Imagine taking the Limitless pill and then all you did was just scheduling.
Well, everyone who starts a podcast thinks they took the Limitless pill is the problem.
Oh, I'd like a limit. This is like 350 of these that we've done. Can somebody tell me to stop at some point?
It's like a monkey's paw situation. You'll be super great at consistency in releasing podcasts.
Oh,
but even that's not entirely true.
Don't curl! Finger, don't curl! Oh. Jeff, how's Mom Hat?
It's good.
Yeah.
We had an unprompted hiatus on a number of things, and we thought that it was just like, oh, maybe, Jupiter's in retrograde.
Sure.
It turns out just depression. So
that'll do it.
I don't know what planet does that. Uranus? I'm not too sure, but we're doing okay. We've been releasing. We just released a new podcast episode, and Joe and Kim have got some D&D stuff. We're doing some stuff. We're doing some stuff. Yeah.
Good.
We're not dead yet. We're not dead yet.
Well, would hope not. You guys have put so much work into the new logo.
JoJo's spent so much money on all the stuff that I use in my personal life. So yes, I want to make sure that we use it appropriately.
Exactly. So, similarly, I can't wait for the new computer I'm getting from Milk. I can't close the theater now. And every day. Well, cool. Yeah, that will knock your guys' depression just synced for a little bit, and it was just
it's like, I guess we had a Red Bull recently. I don't know. We just perked back up.
Well,
so yeah, it's the season. It's not hot. It's hard to be creative in 115 degree weather.
That's fair.
When you have like a window AC unit. Yeah.
Must be nice.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. What's in here? Oh yeah.
One of those. Yeah. Just chugging this little hard out.
I don't know. Like, people who have been in the theater, there is a facade as though there is cold air coming out of the ceiling. That's bullshit, right?
It comes out of the ceiling next door, and they get to control it. That vent, I can technically
by proxy.
I can have cold air in here if I did people's taxes. But
you have to like just get Milk in here to take like a burlap sack next door, gather the cold air, and then bring it back to this building.
Just like the east wind.
Yeah.
I mean, you just have a bunch of giant palm fronds that are hooked up to a swing mechanism, and you have like a child pulling them, right?
Yeah. I mean, guys.
No, hot babes.
More expensive.
And grapes.
Yes. All the peeled grapes that we can leisurely devour. Well, good to have you, Jeff. Good to have all the mom hatters. I think Kim's coming back soon. Jojo will not answer my messages.
I know where he lives if you want to know. Not too far from me now.
Apparently, I need to be messaging on.
Yeah, no one uses Messenger. You're the last person to use his Messenger right now. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, you're the second to last person to use his Messenger right now. You're the 8th to last person who uses Messenger right now. The government is on Signal, okay? That's what I'm saying.
I gotta get on Signal to get JoJo. And I have to offer pills. Well, thank you, Jeff. Good to have you again.
Thank you.
Yeah, good old clinical depression. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Brain grid. And Danielle, currently accepting pill donations. Jaclyn,
finally!
Oh, sorry. Oh, God. Sorry. Wow, those jalapeno poppers were spicy. Welcome, Jaclyn.
I wouldn't know. He didn't share.
Oh, wow. Wow. This is where it falls apart.
He didn't even insist.
He didn't force them down my throat.
Well, you gotta know. Sometimes no means try harder, Corey. When it comes to jalapeno poppers. Only when it comes to jalapeno poppers. Sorry.
Like a newspaper retraction the next day.
Yeah. Oh, no one reads the retractions. Hey there. Hey there, Jaclyn.
Yeah,
hi there.
hi.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Yeah?
How are you?
Not bad.
Nice.
Yeah.
Keep
Hell yeah.
going.
Yeah. You know, are you doing much in the standing highly or slightly elevated from other people and talking at them stuff?
No, I quit.
No? All right, good for you.
Well, I don't know. I've been telling people I quit. We'll see what happens.
That's the smart move. Well, you seem to be having lots of. Was it an anniversary trip recently, or was just a trip? Yeah. You guys just going out in the world?
It was going to be a Disneyland trip, but then my dad canceled, and we had the time off, so we went to the beach.
Well, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Beach is nice.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It was really nice.
Good. Looked like a lot of fun was had.
Mm-hmm. A lot of fun. We almost saw a crab. Almost.
You almost. Yeah. Was it like Bigfoot? Like it was kind of blurry in the distance?
We were digging, and then Corey saw a crab claw before we so we almost saw a crab.
Yeah. They went at him straight away. He went sideways. They were never going to catch him.
We love digging.
Corey's a pawn. He's never going to catch a crab. They go laterally. Corey can only go forward.
Are you talking about crustacean chess? I love crustacean chess.
Yeah. Oh man. Now I'm thinking of all the rules. Thank you. Do you not know how my brain works? You say something whimsical, I start working out the rules. In what ways do lobsters move? I don't know.
Are the pawns roly-polies? Oh. I guess.
Yeah, I guess. They still fall in the crustacean family, right? All right. Oh, man.
I'm just going to go home and, like, Photoshop, like, Queen's Gambit, but replace her head with a crab now.
Yeah. You're welcome. Well, super happy, as always, to have Jaclyn Weiand. And all you guys. This is a good one. You guys are good. Don't let me down. I've been hurt before. Have a good show.
Pressure.
Messenger is apparently for aunts and grandpas. I'm Aunt Grandpa! Segment 1, I'm assuming it's reorganization. I'm not even on my page here yet. I'm just going to assume. I'm going to take a shot. It is reorganization. For some reason, I never miss an opportunity to throw my own hideous age in my own face. Any opportunity I get. And I find the most opportunities in reorganization, it would seem. Before clouds and the seeming abolishment of physical media, there were discs that the people would save their things on. You know, the save icon in programs? That was an actual thing once! But for saving bigger things, because our hard drive space then was finite, one would need rewritable media. like the CDRAW, or compact disc read and write. Though I only ever knew it as CDRW, but I found it with A, so we'll use it. But let's quickly forget about what this long-lost knowledge might have meant to someone some epoch ago, and instead let's hear from each of you what else CDRA dub might stand for or represent to you. Sean Crandall, CDRAW.
Okay, so this is going to come in the form of an advertisement.
Oh, good.
Family can be so boring. Moms, standard stuff. Dads, can they be any more basic? Brothers and sisters, just boilerplate normie blood relations that ensure you're getting less Christmas presents. And these jamokes probably aren't even flushed with cash. Well, take those fools out to the dump and get yourself a wealthy relative at Crazy Dan's Rich Ant Warehouse. We got millionaire ants. We got billionaire ants. Southern ants with a charming drawl and a stately manner. Ants with connections to the art world. Ants who got hit by a bus and got a huge payout from the city and invested their wealth into developing a Ponzi scheme to make even more money. Do you like the ocean? How about an ant that travels the seas as a privateer on a SWAT gunship she brought from a police auction? Do you like true crime? Why not try an ant whose wealthy husbands have all died in mysterious accidents? Tech nerds! We have an ant for sale that made a fortune in the .com boom and became a developer at Google, designing new ways to fuck up Gmail. Whatever kind of ant you need, we got it at Crazy Dan's Rich Ant Warehouse.
Oh man. Yeah, we almost got too deep into the ants and aunts before Sean got there. Sorry, Brain Grid, you almost messed it up with your ant references. Ant? Aunt? Yeah? Is it aunt or aunt to you?
I say aren't. Doesn't everybody?
Yeah. This is
Well,
my
if
Aunt
it ain't
Louise.
ant, it's aren't.
This aren't my dad's brother, it's my dad's sister. Took me a second to noodle that through in my own head. Is that? Yeah, okay. We're halfway through saying it. All right. Oh, crazy ants. Yeah. I think both of mine were, yes, different degrees of crazy. Not rich, so who needs them? Buy a gunboat at a
I'll
police
go to the
auction.
warehouse.
Yeah.
Go to Crazy Dan's warehouse.
Just go while Dan's boss is out of sale or out of town because the sales is crazy.
If it was a fire sale, would they all be on fire?
Or setting the fires.
Thanks, Jeff.
We have arsonist ants.
Arsonist ants. Where do you think they made all that money? Insurance fraud. Thank you, Sean. All of your aunts are alive, Jeff. They're all alive. They're not on fire. Why'd you have to go there? What is wrong with... No, sorry. Hi, Jeff. Hi. Let's hear your CDRAW, please.
CDRAW.
Oh.
Jesse, have you heard of the United Kingdom?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this may surprise you, but recently they suffered a terrible loss. Queen Elizabeth, the longest running monarch. Longest running monarch. It's my British accent. Monarch in the history of the world, reportedly was suffocated to death by 23 corgis. And from what I understand, those corgis are now the ruling body for the United Kingdom, a corgi hive mind, if you will. That's not what I'm overly concerned with right now. No. Imperialistic corgis or their corgi inbreeding. I don't care about that, no. I'm interested now, as you should be, in the weakened state that the United Kingdom is now in, and how it is the perfect time for the good old United States of America to co-opt a classic Britishism for our own use. Okay. They have no queen, Jesse.
No.
They haven't cast the new James Bond yet.
Ooh.
The corgis don't know how to operate nuclear launch codes. They can't reach. They're too small. You know their butts float in water?
I didn't.
Yeah.
Makes them more adorable.
So I'm sure you've heard of the keep calm and carry on, you know, the classic British adage about staying the course during difficult times. Sure. Yeah? Sure. Well, much like the colonies, I suggest we make it cooler and more freedom-friendly. I present to you CDRAW. Calm down! Reload a weapon. Finally, a quirky phrase that the Founding Fathers, God, and Jesus Christ, same person, would be proud to shout from a mountaintop. Just like our forefathers did when faced with British tyranny, we too can tackle any of today's modern challenges if we just remember to CDRAW, calm down, reload a weapon.
Mhm.
Barista at the local coffee shop ask you if you wanted soy or oat instead of good old classic American whole milk in your coffee. CDRAW. Your daughter brings a date home. He smells like he uses some sort of fancy body wash instead of good old Dial bar soap. CDRAW. You overhear someone at the Chick-fil-A using the words he, she, her, they, or any other pronouns. CDRAW. Take that, England.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucker. It just, as you repeated it,
CDRAW.
it got more chilling because I could hear a crowd of rednecks just in unison, just shouting, CD-RAW! And
The closer you drive towards Yuba City and Southern, it just starts to echo in the area. Yeah.
Oh, man.
I was trying to CDRAW or CDRAW.
Oh, C-draw. Sure. Sure.
Either one.
Oh, all right. You don't have to hold the mic. Oh, okay.
I need both hands.
All right,
I was
both
gonna when it was my turn, I was gonna explain it.
C-draw. All right.
It wasn't very smooth.
Oh. Brain Grid is firmly in the Idris Elba is going to be the next Bond.
No, it's not happening.
that's
Sorry.
what-
I would love it, but no.
Seems like that's what they're banking
Where do you get
on.
your news from? The BBC?
Oh.
That's where I get my oats, not my news.
Just one of my 3 or 4 Idris Elba fan groups. Why would they lie? Thank you, Jeff.
You're welcome.
That's going to haunt me all night.
Put that on. If you go to a gas station, you'd see that on a t-shirt. Yeah.
I don't want to.
It's like one of those shirts that is like all text, but like all the text changes font every 2 lines.
Sure.
And there's like a gun that's sort of like just the stanza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just a big thick iron on.
Yep.
All right. I hate to move on because I feel like I'm gonna get snapped. Jaclyn.
Huh?
Oh. All right, that's better. I thought I was gonna get another. Finally, I'm trying to get to you as quickly as possible. Don't you think I'm trying to mow through these 2 schmoes to get to you? All right. Jaclyn.
Yeah.
CDRAW with your many helping.
From all. I need both hands.
All right, guys, I've got a good zoom. We can see all of Jaclyn's mobility. We got this. All right. CDRAW.
Thank you for gathering here today for the reading of Donna Thompson's will. My name is Dan, and Donna requested that I specifically be the one to read this will. Let's begin. To my oldest son Jacob, I bequeath my entire fortune under the stipulation that he leaves his awful wife. If he does not leave her, this fortune will go to my youngest daughter if she gives away her cats. She has too many cats and I don't like cats. If she refuses, exhume my body and stuff it all in me pockets. The end. Boy, that was a short will. I've been clapping Dan, and this has been Clapping Dan Reads a Will. Big story.
It sounds like a Sesame Street character that didn't work out.
So
Yeah, we screen tested Clap and Dan, and the kids just did not get the will portion. We had to explain death to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all of that, yes, hilarious. My mind just goes to came up with a character named Clappin' Dan. I'm going to need both of my hands for all of this. I can't change my mind now. They can probably get a mic stand. Corey can probably hold my phone. Everything's going to be fine. Clappin' Dan lives.
Didn't realize till I got here that I was like, wait.
Equations are floating around your head.
We made it work.
Oh,
We
can
have
I
the
make
technology.
can I make a clapping sound with my mouth? That'll just be weird.
Yeah.
My ass cheeks, maybe.
Oh, so there it was, and it was worth every second of it. No, take that mic out of that stand. No, you can have it for the rest of the show.
I hope everything needs both hands. Like I have every segment. You're like, I need both hands for this too.
Sorry, Jesse, this is an all hands on deck show. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
All Dan's on deck.
All hands.
Because there's two Dans.
Yeah.
Two Dans.
Yeah, Dan is going to clamp it all. All right. That was wonderful. But as all segments must end, so must that one as well. Segment 2 is Topical Haiku Challenge, because these guys had done all of the other segment 2s. Too many, too recently. So you guys get this. I know it's October, but we so rarely do topical haiku anymore, so I feel like we should do something about Election Day coming up in just over a month. Or, you know what? Since not only do we rarely do topical haiku, but we also almost never do celebration anymore, how about we just utterly bastardize this whole show, cobble together a couple things, and ask you to give us 3 close parentheses, haiku each about Halloween and Election Day. Combined? Separate? Hell if I know! I checked out of this show a long time ago, and I think it shows. So, let's hear those Halloween and politics thoughts in the form of short, rigidly structured Japanese verse, all over the sound of a jaunty Irish jig. No, that's not the sound of your brain screaming in confusion. It's just stab. So, there's that.
This is new.
Yeah. Oh, have you not had? We do haiku so rarely anymore. We had to get rid of the stereotypical racist Japanese theme that used to run over it or run under it, and we thought naturally, those fucking Irish, we can do anything.
Is what all the GoFundMe money went to? Is the license for this song?
Jeff.
Yeah.
No,
That's
Sean.
not me, man.
Sean. Make you do a 4th one, Jeff. Don't.
I wrote 4. Fuck you.
Oh shit. Oh. All right. Well, maybe you'll get a 4th one. Sean. Let's hear your first Halloween, election, whatever the fuck haiku.
Well, I hope to do my Irish people proud.
Ugh.
Ding dong, trick or treat. I have taken too much weed. The kids frighten me.
Oh man, I didn't think about that. I just don't answer the door anymore. They never came anymore. Do kids still go door to door? That seems ill-advised.
We go to the rich neighborhoods. Where do you live?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Not through the apartment complex that I was in last time we had, yeah. No. Thank you, Sean. Sorry. I should have realized all that matted red hair. I'm sorry. The Irish.
Matted because I'm a dirty Irish? Huh?
I was directly implying that, yes. Thank you, Sean. I'm going to have to do like an hour and a half of community service, I think. Jeff.
The Jesse Jones reparations tour.
Yeah, I'm going to have to peel potatoes somewhere. Making it worse. Jeff, Halloween, elections, haiku, whichever.
House turned off its light. Candy is a human right. Don't get out of line.
Oh, shit. Oh. Now that's even scarier if you've had too much weed. Now all the kids in the neighborhood are outside. What do they know? Oh.
Polls stay open, man.
Oh. I guess you combine. I see. I asked you to combine things, and I forgot the whole
I
thing.
followed instructions. What the fuck?
I don't know. Like I said, checked out 150 episodes ago. Still made it to about 200. That's not too shabby.
Move on to Jaclyn. I don't want her to get mad at you.
Jaclyn, let's hear a haiku somehow related to Halloween and/or elections, or both.
I'm gonna dress up and ask strangers for candy and Gavin Newsom.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That is a
It's
a classic way to combine two things. You tack the other one at the end.
Acceptable. Yes.
Yeah. And Gavin Newsom? I don't know. Sean, second time around.
Mom warns about drugs. Rainbow-colored fentanyl. Forbidden sweet tart.
Oh, careful. Careful.
Careful with that stuff.
Yeah. Just ration it out. Handle your shit, kids.
It doesn't exist. Good news.
Oh, now I'm sadder. Jeff, second time around, Halloween, election, haiku, something.
Ghosts, bats, vampires. You know what's really scary? Gerrymandering.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, it really is, yeah. That was too real.
Yeah. Now I want to believe in ghosts. Jaclyn, let's get us 2/3 of the way through this chicanery.
It's spooky season, pumpkin spice latte season, also sports betting.
Seeing a theme.
Yeah. I would mention my favorite commercial topic right now, but I don't want to step on it just in case it makes it to the third one.
I don't know, maybe.
I was really hoping you'd just say Gavin Newsom at the end of the third one.
Tis the season, Gavin Newsom.
We got one more. Speaking of which, Sean, let's close out topical haikuing about Halloweens and voting and whatnot with your third of three.
A tip for killers. Need to dry skeletons? It's the perfect time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. No, I get it. Hiding in plain sight. I understand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got wet, fleshy skeletons that need to decompose?
Nobody likes a wet, fleshy skeleton. I'm wearing one now! I hate it. Thank you, Sean. Yeah, guys. You're all wet, fleshy skeletons. Just remember that.
Just use the word moist.
Yeah. Isn't it weird to think about? That's why I don't. Jeff, let's get your third of three. Or four. I don't know.
No,
Okay.
you don't deserve 4.
It's fair.
JFK once said, quote, "The only thing to fear, fear itself, and ghosts."
And ghosts, of course. If you're not afraid of ghosts, then what is gerrymandering going to do to you?
He goes, ghosts, gerrymandering, Gavin Newsom.
And rubber bats on an elastic string.
And fentanyl that's just sweeping through towns like a fog from the mist.
Fentanyl Smarties. All right. Oh, and the chat goes. Jaclyn, let's close out some haikuing about spooky things and Halloween. Oh, let's hear your third.
I'm a scary ghost. A sheet with holes for the eyes. Boo! Dialysis.
There it is. There it is.
Is that your favorite?
Uh-huh. I'm glad I didn't ruin that for you. Boo! Shutting down dialysis centers.
I distinctly remember that on like the voter, like when that vote became, I'm just like, who the fuck is voting no on this?
Every year.
Or yes on this, whichever when it was.
It probably isn't what I don't know. I don't think people are trying to necessarily. You know what? I'm not going to get too deep
I
into
think
it.
they're trying to impose more rules on dialysis, which may result in dialysis locations.
But what
shutting
that
down.
means is they're going to kill me. I need dialysis 7 times a day.
Yep.
That sweet, sweet dialysis.
And they're going to close the 30 closest to me, and then I'm going to yeah. Every year they're trying to kill people on dialysis. Are you new to California? This is a thing.
Do you have a need? You're dead soon. Fuck off.
Yeah. Just go place a bet so you can buy kidneys.
Don't you dare get sick, consumer.
Don't! But if you do, we'll have slot machines in hospitals soon. Or sports betting, I guess. Same thing. Segment 3! Sorry, I don't need to be that loud. Segment 3. Oh, yes, campaign trail. The politics just keep on coming in campaign trail. As previously pointed out, in just over a month, sometime in November, let's say first Tuesday, though don't quote me, we'll be voting on things. Important things, one would assume. But let's just say things and leave it at that. Since being well-informed in your decision-making is so important to elections, we thought you could use some practice for November. In Campaign Trail, you're asked to give us your campaign speeches from the following candidate, vying for your support in their pursuit of a particular office, post, or platform. I snuck a burp in there. Nobody heard it. I was fighting it off. There it goes. Can't I just do a thing and not point it out? Is that possible? I don't know.
Was that another monkey's paw thing that curled for you?
I was able to quietly stifle a burp without anybody knowing. Why did I waste one of my 5?
I wish you had an inner monologue. Like, there's some days I'm just like, God, I wish Jesse could speak in his brain.
No. There's a microphone in front of me. That's where my thoughts go. Sean Crandall, let's hear your speech. You are a jar of hard candy sticks running for a position on a quirky co-worker's desk.
First, I of course want to pay my respects to Gary, whose desk spot my opponent and I are campaigning for. We all mourn the loss of Janice, his girlfriend, who is not dead, but dumped him for his addiction to either VR porn or improv comedy, or maybe both. But because that picture of her is gone, there is an important vacancy that must be filled by the right candidate, which you all know in your heart of hearts must be myself. My opponent, a Funko Pop of Baby Yoda from The Mandalorian, is simply a piss-poor choice for the desk. Purchased at the height of the show's popularity at a local GameStop, he is a dated relic that is already as tiresome as Baby Groot. He missed his window and offers nothing to Gary's co-workers except a reminder of the crushing boot heel of capital on the throat of art. But you know what's eternal? And not just because of chemical preservatives? Hard candy. And that is what I, a dusty mason jar full of Jolly Ranchers, has to offer. Hard candies are refillable. Though does that ever really happen? Do we ever really get to the bottom? Do you need to suck on something to up your blood sugar? I'm here. Do you need an arsenal of rock-like ammunition to throw at the new guy to bully him? I'm here. Do you need a reason to get up from your desk and stop working for a minute and focusing on the terrible coil of labor that you've succumbed to in your life? I am here. And that's what I have to offer. Tumescence and eternity. Vote for hard candy sticks for the spot on Gary's desk.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you. Got a commie movie night in the backyard.
Oh,
Good.
It's the Democratic Socialist fun group. So it's probably about labor. Or ugh.
Gangs of New York. Ugh.
Yeah, it's just what they watch. With Daniel Day-Lewis's weird De Niro impression.
I don't think I've ever watched a Daniel Day-Lewis movie. Is that weird?
No.
Okay.
I think you're all right. Oh, Sean, hi. You did a thing.
Hi.
We were just distracted by an unnecessary microphone in the backyard. I don't know. Well done. Now, see, when I I get Jolly Rancher. I get it. Does anybody remember the hard candy sticks?
Yeah, or it's on a wooden stick, and there's like rock candy, right?
Well, there's another version.
Oh.
There were sticks of hard maybe I'm the only one that remember. Maybe
That's what I was trying to parse. I'm like,
yeah.
The only thing I could think of was a candy cane.
Yeah,
but I'm like, I'm going
it's sort
Jolly
of like
Ranchers.
a candy cane, but those weird hard candy flavors.
When you remember it, do you remember it in color or in black and white?
I can't read anything around it.
Okay.
So
when you see someone speaking next to it, and then it flashes to some sort of placard, and then the dialogue shows up. It's strange.
I don't dream in silent movies. That's weird. No, I don't know. Now I'm gonna have to go to
the candy shop in
I'm gonna have
Old
to go to
Sac.
Old Sac just to prove a point. But yes, Jolly Ranchers, obviously the one that other people actually remember. So that's fair. Thank you, Sean. Very important determinants. Jeff, hi. You're sitting right next to me.
Yeah, I am.
You've probably written something. Oh, yeah. This one's been on the list. I have a list of prompts that we haven't gotten to.
Is it a list that says why?
Partially.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'd like to hear your speech. You are a taxidermied owl running for governor of a fictitious 19th century detective sitting room.
I have two questions. First of all, why did you go all in on the election thing? There's Stab next week, right?
Well, yeah.
And the week after. And the week after that.
But when you... So I have a system. I look at the last two shows you guys have all done, and if you've done like all of the rest of, I have to find the one that you have. I try to give you new stuff all the time.
Oh, this is new.
You're welcome.
This one's 1,000% new.
All right.
Cool. Well, I hope you're ready for this, Jesse.
Well, I think we have to reset now after all of that.
Okay.
You are a taxidermied owl running for governor of a fictitious 19th century detective sitting room. You're welcome.
Thank you. My fellow inanimate knickknacks and doodads, my name is Horace Pendleton III, and I want to be your next governor. Please, please hold your applause until the end. Ha, I'm just kidding, none of us can move. My friends, when I first decided to run for governorship of our small magical community, I was met with silence, with blank stares, with stoicism and indifference. Because none of us are alive. We can't move. But despite the initial deadpan response, we persevered, and I have to say this campaign has so far been a hoot. Why, the positive response we received, getting our message out, made my head spin. Hoot, 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 hoot. The camera pulls out, and we see a ragged hand holding a dead owl, Horace Pendleton III, bouncing him up and down on a sunburned pair of legs covered by gaudy summer shorts and tattered flip-flops. Hoot, hoot. Jesse Jones doesn't know how long he had been living out Horace's life. How long he had been trapped in Sherlock Holmes' sitting room. I don't know why he just didn't say Sherlock Holmes. The patchwork tent he hauled out to the Black Rock Desert faded in and out of view, replaced by the resplendent decor of the fictional detective with each teary-eyed blink. How many days had it been since Burning Man started? How long ago was it since Jesse ate anything, drank anything? Horace didn't need to eat or drink, so neither did Jesse. The harsh Nevada sun beat down on him through the flaps in his tent. He squinted through sweat-pooled eyes and blinked. The sitting room was back again. Hoot, hoot! We're all here, all of us, in this room, this prison. Hoot, hoot! We concoct our trivial festivities and dramas. We play at politics and create distraction to wind down our days, our nights, as we continue to exist, but never sleeping, never eating, never living. Hoot, hoot. Although dead, I am kept alive by man's stubbornness to relent to death, and thus I suffer. So to you, my friends, I announce my governorship platform. Hoot, hoot. A loud bang from outside his tent startled Jesse out of his hallucination. Reality quickly washing over the quaint wooden decor of the sitting room. He shook his head, and the owl returned. Hoot, hoot. And my platform is... we must kill Sherlock Holmes. Hoot, hoot. Oh. Jesse nodded and smiled to himself. Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
That's what you get.
Yeah. You know, Jeff, you're not that original. Literally any prompt can be turned into that. Everybody else just resists the easy route.
This isn't the first time I've been angry at a prompt, and you've somehow managed to end up as a part of it, just so you know.
That's
and
fair.
It won't be the last, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Anytime I give Jeff something he disapproves of, I'll just hear his little feet just stamping.
No, because they can't reach the floor. The chair's too high.
And I'm going to make you the butt of this joke. Well, look around you. I'm the butt of my own joke. Hoot. Hoot. Oh, you got to stay hydrated. You got to stay hydrated. Number one. Thank you, Jeff. I do not mean that. No, thank you so much. Jaclyn, let's finish all of these politics that I'm sorry I foisted upon you. This should be, well, we'll see. You know what? I'm not going to build it up.
No, please don't. This is the last one I wrote.
Okay. Sometimes that rush, that you get out of your own way and it all Jaclyn, you are boredom, running for a seat on the 7 deadly sins.
As I stand before you today, I'm seeing some familiar faces. A few of the deadly sins are in attendance. Hi, lust. Hi, gluttony. We actually spend a lot of time together outside of politics. What do people do when they're bored? They eat. I'll be honest, I don't have a ton in common with most of the other sins, like take wrath, for instance. They are very intense. But he's a fair leader, and I respect and fear him. Lust and gluttony, though, those are my boys. And I'm so proud to have their support in my campaign to be one of the deadly sins. I know what you're thinking. 8 deadly sins? That's too many sins. That's why I propose we kill sloth. Why are you booing me? He didn't even bother to show up today. I got this text from him. It says, sorry, can't make it. Got caught up watching YouTube. And then I said, what are you watching on YouTube? You know what he says? He doesn't say anything. Can't even bother to text me back. Probably fell asleep, that lazy fuck. Anyway, enough about my opponent. Actually, enough of this speech. How long have I been up here? Let's do anything else. Who likes paint and watching it dry? Stop booing me.
Oh. Boredom has a lot of good ideas. Listen to boredom.
Put that on a t-shirt. Stop booing me.
Stop booing me. Why? Oh, I'm just realizing we're going long. Let's pick it up. I'm not going to push you guys. I'm going to push me. I'm going to get out of our way. Segment 4, dating profile. Dating profiles serve a very important purpose in society, encouraging lunatics to out themselves as red flag factories by answering a short questionnaire. After you've been able to see lunatics like foodies or outdoorsy types pretending to like things, you can get down to the serious business of deciding if this face or that is the one you might be all right staring at until you die. One of these days I'll reread these. In dating profile, your job is to give us the dating profiles of the following people, places, or things. There. Painless. Sean Crandall. Let's hear your dating pile. Dating pile. Let's hear that dating pile. Big old heaping slabs of date. Let's hear your dating profile for bowling shoes.
Let's get this out of the way first. I have a foot fetish. If this is unacceptable, swipe left.
That's fair.
Okay. Hi, I'm Bowling Shoes. I know I'm not Prada. I'm not Jimmy Choo. I'm not even Skechers. I'm from a Wisconsin clothing brand called Smanches. I'm a simple working class shoe. I'm on the foot of a lot of different people day in, day out. Going up and down the aisles. I'm covered in nachos and beer. And that's what I want my spouse to be. If that's a sort of life that interests you, that's what I can offer. And if the smell of the beer and the nachos is a little too intimidating, honey, have I got good news for you. I'm good friends with my friend Kareem at the bar, and he has a shit ton of Lysol that he sprays on me every fucking day. So if hygiene is something you're worried about, I'm actually quite clean. So if you're interested on going on a date, come on down to the alley.
Yeah. Will not go to you. It's simple. Guy knows what he likes.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a short profile. He knows what he likes.
Yeah. Likes feet and not having to travel.
Exactly.
So come into the alley. Thank you, Sean.
He is in indentured servitude there.
Well, yeah.
That's just where he lives.
Yeah. Lives, works, plays. It's Bowling Shoes. Jeff Brown. Sorry. Hi, Jeff. Hi.
We cool?
We are. I'm gonna punch you so hard.
Look, you would decimate me. My pant length is 28 and it's still long. So yeah.
No, Jeff.
Yeah,
you're a.
Sorry,
Well, no, I'm not doubting your tiny pants. I'm saying you're a wonderful little man.
Thanks.
No,
Cool.
we're so good. We're so good, in fact, that I'm begging you to hear your dating profile from Bumper Cars.
Bumper Cars. Profile headline: I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. About me. First off, I want to be very clear. Despite my name, I am not technically a car. I did not make a profile on this website to be misleading. And after several meetups, I discovered that my dates felt that I had lied to them about my size and stature. So to be perfectly clear, I am not as big as an actual car. If you're the kind of person who is more concerned about size than what's in a person's heart, then you may want to move on to someone else. Also, many of my dates were upset to learn about my profession, which was surprising as I was brought up to believe that being employed was a good thing.
Yeah.
But to be perfectly clear, again, I work at a carnival. No, I'm not technically a carny. And I find that term offensive as it is used derogatorily towards many of my friends and coworkers. If you are the kind of person who thinks it is degrading to pull a weekly paycheck while also smelling like cotton candy and just a little bit of vomit, then I might not be the guy for you. Stop it! After meeting several people from this website, I was shocked to find that there was a stigma regarding my active sex life, which is all kinds of ironic. So, to be perfectly clear again, I have bumped uglies with literally thousands of people. Am I ashamed of this? No. I feel like sexual expression is beautiful as long as the bumping is consensual, which it has been for me every time. So if you're the kind of person who wants to shame someone for loving themselves and loving others, then maybe I'm not the guy for you. However, if all of the above sounds like something you'd be interested in, then swipe right. If you're a prude who body shames, then swipe left. Also, if you're a ride inspector or any member of local governance that investigates carnival dismemberments and deaths, then also swipe left.
Yeah. Not welcome here. Oh, all the sad defensive energy of that 26 inseam bumper car. You keep wearing those 28s, bumper car.
There's also a photo of the bumper car hiking,
Yeah, you got a fish.
There's bumper cars on a pub crawl. Yeah.
On a brew bike.
Yeah.
Just laughing.
It has a dog somehow. I don't know how. It rides in the car.
Yeah. You're not pedaling, dog. You're not helping us go faster. All right. Thank you, Jeff. Jaclyn. We're running late. It's a good thing there's no 9 o'clock. Jaclyn, let's hear your dating profile. Closing out segment 4. Your dating profile from Artichoke Dip.
Hey, what's up? I'm Artichoke Dip. I'm 26. I am from the store. I just got out of a serious relationship with a tortilla chip, so I'm not really looking for anything super serious at the moment. I am currently between jobs, but I enjoy reading magazines and doing parkour. On Friday night, you can usually catch me at a party being the life of it. What am I looking for on here? Gosh, I don't know. I guess I really just want to scoop out a thick-ass sourdough bread bowl and just get in there. Swipe left if you're fat.
I can honestly say...
I like how all three of ours were the same type of scumbag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? From bowling shoes and bumper cars, I get that. I was not expecting that sort of energy from artichoke dip.
Artichoke dip, horny as hell.
Get in there.
Just
I
wants
always
to
said artichoke when I went to the store. I'm just like, this seems down to fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
I gotta stay with the little tins of bean dip because this artichoke dip is gonna dig out my bread bowl.
the newest
Okay, so
euphemism
that-
is gonna take the country by storm.
Yeah.
No more
That
tossing the
also
salad.
implies
Dig up
the
my bread
existence.
bowl.
Horny artichoke dip also implies the existence of like incel hummus.
Sure. All right. I'm gonna write that one down.
Thanks, Jesse.
We'll get incel hummus in a couple months. That'll be.
She-Hulk's bad, says the username Incel Hummus 242.
I've made so many accounts to give Ms. Marvel the worst reviews I can. All right. Let's get out of here. We're running long. Sean, it's movie makeup time. Wait for it. I have to explain it. Stop trying to crowd me, Sean Crandall. Sorry. I don't know. It's my own fault, and I have to blame others. After a long day of trying to change the world and its political process, and then looking for love in the imaginary digisphere, you deserve to just sit back and unwind with a little big budget is apparently my new. This is why the show is run long. I
Act
can't
like
say-
somebody else wrote the prompt.
Big
It's fine.
budget. I'm Popeye all of a sudden. To unwind with a little big budget exploitainment. Movies help us escape from the terrible of the real world, 90 minutes to 3 hours at a time. Or, if you're feeling particularly escapist, binge away a whole day and let the world spin insanely on its own for a while. In Movie Makeup, you're all asked to give us your synopses of made-up movies based on the following titles, pulled from the various random title generators of our friends at seventhsanctum.com. No one tell them about this. Sean Crandall, finally. Jeez. Ugh. Give me some space. Sean, your movie that you are going to tell us about, completely made up like. Let's hear the synopsis of The Insanity of Australia.
Due to a mix-up at the marketing agency, this went out to Discovery Channel as a documentary about the various wildlife that lives in Australia, you know, crazy huntsman spiders, all that stuff. But what it actually is when viewers tune in is a documentary about the making of the Baz Luhrmann film Australia and how wildly insane it is. It's basically... Now, this is just a personal piece for me. Okay. It's 7 movies in one. It's almost 3 hours long, and even the Australians were like, Boz, this is a bit long, baby. But it still holds a special place in my heart.
Okay.
And as long as it is, they're making a TV series of it.
Oh, good.
And that's, that caps it off.
Well... Wonderful. I'll never watch that. The movie or the
Please
series.
don't.
I won't. It sounds insane. That's the insanity of Australia. I didn't know I accidentally did something. I didn't do it. I just hit shuffle. And they gave me those titles. And that one I went for. Well, thank you, Sean. Yeah. The animals, or apparently the movie. You could have gone either direction. Sean Crandall, how can people enjoy more of you and what you're about?
Well, we got the podcast, Craig's and Craig's, where we go on to Craigslist, find the craziest posts we can find, and serve them up to you on a hot platter. We do that bi-weekly. We've been doing it for quite a while now, and it's there's just no shortage to the people who want to drop diapers off at the bus stop for you. That's an actual post.
Okay. I don't want
So check out that. We're anywhere you can get podcasts.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Sean. I don't want to know what dropping diapers off at the bus stop could be a euphemism for. So I'm just going to assume it's just where you buy and sell diapers. Thank you, Sean. I'm going to stop asking you about your show. So much fun.
Don't ask if you don't want to fucking find out.
You guys check it out. Dregs Greg's. After you listen to the Stab Show. Jeff Brown, hi there.
Hey.
Good to see you. This whole time. Like, this whole time it's been good to see you. Not just now. Like, the entire time you've been sitting there. So close. But, I mean, it's like I'm looking out of the wrong end of a pair of binoculars. So small still.
I can rewrite my last one real quick if you want, Jesse.
You did it. You brought up your... I was never going to bring up your diminutive size. I'm not... Jeff...
I was never going to say you're a fucking freak, Jeff. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's sad.
Here's my movie. Jesse Jones sucks.
This
Plot synopsis
dick.
for that.
Oh, look at him running his theater to the ground. Jeff, let's hear your movie. Randomly generated, mind you. Your synopses of War Beyond Love Mountain.
You keep saying randomly generated like it's not, like you're trying to cover it up.
Well,
also,
I mean...
totally fake, not real, not a real movie.
Don't want people
Not
to
a
think
script I have sitting in my closet.
War Beyond Love Mountain. Last year, 100 young, attractive, sociopathic millennials made the trek to a small village in the shadow of Mount Love in North Carolina. Real place.
Real place.
Yeah, did some research for this one. There they'd spend the next 6 months living, learning, and loving in a Netflix series that has been hailed as, quote, the most reality show ever created. Love Mountain garnered over 700 million viewers. I don't know if that's really a lot. I didn't research that part, so I hope it's a lot. 700 million viewers in its first season, culminating with 24 irresistible yet completely unrelatable human beings professing their love to one another. The season ended with our group in disarray, unrequited affection spurned, true loves blossoming, and rivalries growing as 24 fragrance ad rejects struggle to understand the one human emotion that has eluded them their whole lives. Empathy. But also love. Also probably self-awareness. Is that an emotion? Anyway,
Yeah.
This fall, the drama of the small screen is going to hit the silver screen. It's an old thing, but anyways, as Netflix has invested all the money originally budgeted for animated shows and Steve Carell's now canceled Space Force into the most reality movie ever created. Follow Riley, Reese, Gemini, Rocky, Connor, Havanifer, Jeremiah, and the rest of the Love Mountain cast as they're thrown into a 2-hour-long Battle Royale finale War Beyond Love Mountain. From the showrunner behind Squid Games and produced by Werner Herzog comes a cinematic experience that will speak to both fans of the Netflix series as well as people who started podcasts just to discuss how much they hated every character from the Netflix series. If these dead-eyed 20-somethings want to keep the love they found, they're gonna have to fight for it. Watch as Georgiana and Trevor enjoy a moonlit walk while evading the ever-present threat of the murderous battle droids. Squeal is Havanifer. Sorry, Havanifer is just such a really good name. I know we all like that. Great.
Yeah.
Havanifer and Gemini finally hold hands as they run to avoid being trapped by Black Ops bounty hunters on contract from the production company.
Oh.
Gasp as Jeremiah and Johan finally lock lips in a desperate attempt to share oxygen after their scuba oxygen tank was destroyed by rampaging sharks with lasers strapped to their heads. This fall, see if love can survive on War Beyond Love Mountain. And if you find yourself in a dangerous situation or suffering from a mortal wound, make sure to tweet and hashtag Beyond Love Mountain for a chance to visit the set.
Ooh, nice. Oh, Havanifer.
I'm
It's
a big
good.
fan of Havanifer.
It's good. I always enjoy good weird names.
I couldn't think of another Havanifer before 6:40 when I
all right.
finished writing that.
It's all right. Too many Havanifers would have just diluted the beauty of Havanifer. Jeff, there's lots of ways that we can enjoy you and what you do. How about you let people in on it?
Well, you can follow us on Twitter. Follow me. I say us because it's a collective of people, but it's really just me. At Mom Hat Studios. That is where I exist. You can also go to mom-hat.com, and it is just basically a smorgasbord of different content that we put out. We recently released our new episode of our Goosebumps podcast, which is Goosebumps-related content from R.L. Stine. If you thought you liked Goosebumps as a kid, you were wrong. You go to just search Goosebumps wherever you find podcasts. Also, you can find me here for the next 15 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah, something like that. So go there.
Yeah, go here. Come here, please. We've got a show, in theory, following this one. So come here. Be here now.
I made it seem less desperate. You made it weird, man.
Well, I usually do. Thank you, Jeff. Good to see you. Jaclyn,
Thank you.
hi.
Hey,
Hey, how can people get more Jaclyn Weiand in their lives?
they can't. Let's move on.
All right, fuck that noise. Then let's close this out. You don't get any more. This is it. Come back in a couple weeks when I'll try and have Jaclyn
I'm
again.
cutting you off.
You're too drunk on Jaclyn. Oh, and we thought you were too drunk on Jaclyn before. Wait, guys, because you've got their synopsis of made-up movie, The Alpha Woman.
Coming soon to home video. The Alpha Woman, a complete guide to picking up hot guys using methods perfected by the world's horniest psychologists. Learn the tricks of the trade, like flattery. Hey, nice. Hey, stud, nice dick. Negging. Hey, dummy, gross dick. And of course, peacocking. Hey, stud, I could buy your whole gross dick if I wanted to. And many, many more. Just listen to these testimonials. I was a beta woman at first, but not no more. This is how I met my husband and all the men I'm having affairs with. This video cassette gave me the HPV I know I deserve. Thanks, Alpha Woman. The Alpha Woman. Only 3 easy payments of $69.69. Yeah. Order now by calling the number on your screen.
And that was Stab, guys. Thank you all for joining us tonight. And, of course, a special thank you to our incredible panel, Sean Crandall, Jeff Brown, and Jaclyn Weiand. Now, guys, if you enjoyed this episode of Stab, then you might be interested in the hundreds of other episodes available to you at any time you like, via the podcast provider of your choice, be it Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, or the Good Pods app, or any other place that you go for your stuff. I don't know you. Or, if you'd like to catch the show live as it happens, just join us at Stab Comedy Theater, or from the comfort of your home at stabtv.com. Either way, make it 7 p.m. on a Friday, and we'll be there. That's all we have for you tonight, folk. Until next time, I've been your host, Jesse Jones, reminding you to always, never, don't, not do, be, or am. Good night. All right, guys, that's it. We went over. That's okay. You guys, sorry about that out in the lobby. You can have the stage in a second. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Stick around. Camp Wanderlust coming up. Spencer, Camp Wanderlust. And give me a couple minutes to reset the stage. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Jaclyn. Thank you, guys. You can. Don't. Yeah. No rush. Yeah. All right, guys. Let me set up the room here, and we'll give you another show in just a couple minutes, assuming that's something you want. Why? That is something you want. It's exactly what you want. Oh, give me a second. I was too busy making it fun. Probably, what is that, 6? Thank you, Jeff. You're very trustworthy. An upstanding citizen. Here, sorry, I was changing the coming up screen. Hold on. Camp Wanderlust. There we go. All right. See you guys in, let's call it 10. Let's set that to 8. Sorry, I should have. There we go. All right. See you in a few. Bye, guys. There you go. See you in a bit. Hold on. Hang in. Love you guys.
Can't stop addicted not a life of imitation. Distant cousin to the reservation. Defunct the pistol that you pay for. This punk the feeling that you stay for. In time I want to be your best friend. East side lovers living on the west end. Dream of Californication. Dream of Californication. All that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break down the mold. All that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break down the mold.
Eleanor Rigby picks up the rice in the church where a wedding has been. Lives in a dream, waits at the window, wearing the face that she keeps in a jar by the door. Who is it for? The lonely people. Where do they all come from? All the lonely people. Do they all belong? Father McKenna, writing the words of a sermon.
Oh, man. Got clapping, even. All right. Welcome to Stab Comedy Theater. It's time. Nobody said stop clapping. It's time for Camp Wanderlust. Please welcome to the stage your host, Spencer Sellens.
Stab, how we doing? All right, I got one all right, and I got one woo. How are we doing? All right. All right, we are small, but we are mighty tonight. Okay. All right. Oh man, you guys are all my mighty mouses. Anyway, thank you for coming to Stab. Thank you for coming to Camp Wanderlust. I know you guys have all been here, but for those of you at home who haven't been here before, Camp Wanderlust is a storytelling show featuring myself and other stand-up comedians. A little bit longer form comedy. We're talking about anything ranging from scary period events, scary to us. You know, it depends. Me specifically, I have a story that I'm going to tell tonight. Since it is October, I did want to tell like one of the scariest nights of my life. Okay, and this was. This is a bit of a favorite of mine, but when I was 19, I was a cool guy and I got a DUI. All right, one of my buddies is here. He remembers me getting that DUI. He knows that I was a cool ass dude. No, but those of you watching at home, don't drink and drive. It's bad unless you can get a story out of it 10 years later. But no, it's bad, okay? Don't do it. Don't do it. But so me and my buddies were out. We were out one night. We went to like some like bonfire. We were coming home. It was the middle of the week. It was like a Tuesday night. We're driving home. In the car, I got 7 people in a car that sits 4. So basically, we had one of the seats didn't work, so we had somebody like on somebody else's lap in the back seat. We had 2 people in the trunk. All right, so we were driving. They wanted a ride. And there's only so much room we have in the car, so in the trunk they go. All right, this is what happens when you're 19 years old. You need a ride. You have to carpool. No, but so we're driving along. I get pulled over. All right, and I'm 19, so any alcohol in my system is automatic DUI. So I wasn't like super drunk, but I was over 0. So off to jail I go. But at the time, so I'm a big dude, obviously already. But at the time, I was like 100 pounds heavier. So they're trying to like get me to get in the back of the cop car, but like I couldn't fit. It's very cramped back there. So they're trying to. I couldn't get in like this. I couldn't. It was just too much. So I try to be smart. Like I'm a smart guy. I'm a smart guy. I know physics. So I thought, all right, if I just come in at it like sideways and kind of like slide in. Maybe that'll work, and I'll kind of like slide my feet in. So what I end up doing, instead of sliding into the car, I get down, I try and turn, and I just basically just tear my ACL right there, like right at this police stop. It was a very fun time. Great way to sober up too, by the way. All right, dramatic knee injury. Oh, sobers you up like church, man. Oh my God. So as I'm sitting there, like just writhing on the ground, just screaming because my knee is in so much pain, the cops are like looking at each other like, holy shit, what the fuck do we do with this kid? It's like, I don't know if it was like their first night on the job or something. Like they had never seen somebody gotten injured before. But so they're like, we got to take the kid to the hospital or something like that. And to this day, I've never done anything cooler in my life because I thought if I didn't go to the hospital, my parents wouldn't find out. So what I do is out loud, I say, no hospitals. And just like if you don't know what it is, don't try and pop something back in that isn't a poppable fix. All right? 2 pops don't make a right. All right? It just makes 2 bad pops. So I'm screaming again. But I'm in the cop car this time now because I'm a little bit more, you know, well, they just let me do what they want. I do whatever they say. So I'm in the cop car. We're going to jail. We're in jail at this point. And for those of you who have never been to jail before, highly recommended. Sacramento County, I Street. It's a pearl of the city, okay? It's great. But I was in the drunk tank specifically, which is like a room. It's like one mirror. It's like a mirror and then a bunch of like concrete walls and ceilings. All right. It's like there's nothing. Has anybody in here ever been to the drunk tank? Oh, 4. Okay. 80% of my audience has been to jail. I have never. 80% of the. I like this crowd. This is a cool ass crowd. Toby, you fucking nerd. Why haven't you been to jail? What the hell, man? I've seen you done some heinous shit. You haven't gotten caught for it? That's unacceptable. Unacceptable. But this goes without saying, but jail is a bit of a crazy place. It's a bit of a crazy place in terms of energy. Because specifically, like, so hear me out. I have a very, like, basic look. Like, I just look very generic. There's nothing, like, really that stands out about me besides I'm just tall. Like, I got generic face, just, like, generic white dude haircut. There's nothing really no ass. Like, generic white guy. There's nothing about me. But on this particular night, I stood out to some people. Why do I say this? Well, as I get into the drunk tank and I just kind of kind of like settle into my corner. This is my little corner in the drunk tank. No one will, I want to be left alone. A couple of my new acquaintances come up to me, a couple of gangbanger dudes, and they're like, "Hey, aren't you the pedophile?" And I'm like, "Oh boy, they got some bad intel about me, all right? I am a 19-year-old troublemaker. Not that kind of troublemaker, just drunk with my friends." And of course, I've seen TV. I've watched The Wire. I've seen Oz, all right? They don't treat those people very well in jail. And I'm allowed to say those people were pedophiles, okay? All right, but they don't get treated very well for good reasons in jail. And so I'm a little bit freaked the fuck out by it. And I'm like blathering, like, no. You have no idea what you're talking about. It's not me. It's someone completely different. I have no idea what you're talking about. And it's getting fucking crazy here. One of the guys, he like takes off his shirt to like cover up this like up the security camera like in the drunk tank. They're about to fuck me up. These cops, like, I know they're right there. Like, I can hear their fucking music from the other side of, like, the one-way mirror. Oddly enough, I'm not joking. They were literally playing Fuck the Police. I thought they were trolling us. It was a very weird experience. But anyway, so I'm freaking the fuck out. And, like, an angel from God, like, the door to the drunk tank opens. Like, and a cop walks in, and I thought, oh, thank God, they're going to here to rescue me. Not really. They were coming in here with another guy that looked just like another generic white dude. So, like, same haircut, like, same clothes and everything. He just had glasses. Like, that was the only thing different about me. And I'm, like, I run up to, like, the officer, like, the cop, and I'm like, "Sir, like, you have to... tell them I'm not here because I'm a pedophile, all right? I'm just a stupid kid who was driving drunk. Please, help me." And he, like, looks at me and then looks at the guys that want to kick my ass. And he's like, "No, he's not." And then, like, looks at the guy that he just brought in and then walks back out of the room and closes the door. And then these guys just go on to beat the living shit out of this guy, what felt like an eternity until the cops came back in. It was fucking insane. It was probably like 90 seconds, but 90 seconds of just straight ass kicking is a fucking eternity. I don't know if you guys have ever had your ass kicked before for 90 seconds. I haven't, all right? That's my privilege. All right? That's the kind of... I got beat down privilege or no beat down privilege. But anyway, so after that, the cops like come back in after like, "All right, stop beating up the creeper, dude. Stop, leave him alone." And in the end, the guy who like walked up to me originally and was like, "Aren't you that guy?" He came up to me. He's like, "Dude, my bad, man. I'm sorry about the pedophile reference. It's just like you guys all look the same." And I'm like, "Is that a white guy thing or a pedophile thing? Like, what kind of similarities are we dealing with here?" Okay, that was a scary night for me. It truly was. But it's gonna be a fun night though. We got a lot of comics. Well, a lot of my favorite comics on tonight. My first one, the comics we have coming on, one of the, I'd say a newer face on the scene, right? Yeah, newer face on the scene. One of my favorites is going to be one of your favorites. Give it up for Lourdes Ayon.
Hi, I was about to speak not into the mic. How's everybody doing? I love 80% of the room was in the drunk tank. I was not one of the ones that raised my hand, for the record. For my family that's watching the show via live feed, that was not me. So it's October. It's my favorite month of the year. It really is. This kicks off, all of the holidays and also Halloween and Day of the Dead. So I get to tell you guys a scary story. I'm going to talk to you guys about funerals. Let's talk funerals. How many of you have been to a Mexican funeral? Oh, just one person. Oh, 2 people. Okay. I love it. So they're lively. They really are. Mexican funerals are very lively. I went to Mexico for my grandfather's funeral. And all the family was there. It was all, very sad. Everybody was crying. And it was sad. And then it got really weird really fast. Because as soon as his casket started getting lowered into the ground, that's when my aunts started losing their shit. Everything just went off the rails, right? My first aunt started wailing and crying and yelling at my grandfather to wake up, wake up. And as soon as that happened, immediately there's a commotion off to the side. Just a bunch of people grabbing another one of my aunts, pulling her back because she's trying to jump into the hole with him. And to that I say, when you die, if you don't have a person that wants to jump into the hole with you, did you even live? And I have to tell you guys, this is a true story. This whole thing is a true story. I have changed the names to protect the innocent, but this is definitely a true story. And no sooner that my second aunt was being pulled back from jumping into the hole, a third aunt, my tia Juana, she just drops to the ground and passes out cold. And all the people that were around her start jumping on top of her. They go and jump on top of her to try and help. And I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, they're going to suffocate her. How many more people need to die today? So I jump into the crowd, right away jump into the crowd and start peeling off people and hands and everyone that's on top of her. I'm trying to get in there as quickly as I can. And as I'm doing that, I start hearing all these Mexican home remedies being called out in the background. Somebody's like, put some Vicks on her. Because Mexicans, my people, they swear by Vicks. They just feel like it is the cure-all remedy. It really is. Nobody put it on my aunt, though. They didn't put it on my aunt because I think someone was already rubbing it on my grandfather, so they didn't get to her. So shitty. This is a shitty joke. My dead grandpa. Anyway, and then as soon as as soon as that was out, somebody's like, put some alcohol on her. Póngale alcohol. I'm going to start speaking Spanish now. I don't know how many speak Spanish, but póngale alcohol. And because, in Mexico, again, my people feel like we believe that alcohol works like smelling salts. That ammonia inhalant that wakes you up right away. We also believe in lemon on wounds. Our belief is stronger than science. And then somebody else yells, throw some air on her, fan her face, échenle aire. And then massage her heart. Sóbele el corazón. And this last one, this massage the heart thing was this one really threw me off. I was like, massage your heart? What the hell is that about, right? And I have to tell you, it's getting really warm. So I have to tell you that as soon as I heard that, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe that just happened, but I still keep tearing people off of my aunt, and I finally get to her. I pull off the last layer of people, and I see her there on the ground. And there was a hand deep inside her shirt, just massaging her heart. And I couldn't believe it. And before I can even look up to see who this hand belonged to, why this hand was there, the hand just slithered away. And it was gone. It's gone. And I was terrified. You know, obvious violation aside, okay? But listen, I was terrified for a whole other host of reasons. And that's because growing up in Mexico, there was a whole barrage of like scary horror films about severed hands coming to kill people, right? And then my aunts and uncles told us all these scary stories about hands, killer ghost hands coming for us, right? It was hairy killer, a hairy killer hand to be exact. The hand, la mano peluda. Like that was, la mano peluda was like the Jason of Mexico. And it was coming for us. And it was there inside my aunt's shirt, copying a feel. And it was gone. It's gone. It's still out there. It is still out there. This day, it's still out there. It terrifies me. So eventually my aunt came to, and I had to tell her, I was like, yeah, I'm so sorry this happened to you. But like when you were passed out, there was somebody or something up in your shirt and you got violated. I don't know. It didn't look right. I don't know what that was. They said massage your heart. I don't know what that was all about. And my tia Pati, the one that was trying to jump into the hole, heard me, and she chimed in and she was like, come on, mija, it's okay. Like your aunt's titties are so like long and withered. Like that mano had to be massaging her heart in order to cop a feel. She roasted her. It was a funeral. And she roasted my aunt. Anyway, that is a true story. I'm not even lying. That every single piece of that. Okay, the part about the Vicks wasn't true. They did rub it on my aunt and my grandfather. No, I'm kidding. That didn't happen. That really didn't happen. Anyway, I think that's my time. Thank you so much, you guys.
Keep it going for Lourdes! Yes! Oh my God! Who put a dick on somebody? What a heartwarming story about love and friendship and family. It was like I was being pitched a family movie. The Land Before Time, dicks on the forehead. All right, this next comic coming to the stage, he's always got something new and exciting. He's always keeping me on my toes. He's a little scamp, all right? I'm just going to say he's a little scamp, and I love the little bastard, okay? Keep it going for Toby Gomez.
I'm just a little scamp. All right, cool. Spencer, you're tall. Hey, what's up? Lights are bright. Fans are on. How are we doing? Can we make some noise? Excellent. Excellent. So I'm rubbing Vicks on my dead grandpa. No, so my story is about how I had a dream a little while back, right? And in the dream, I died. You know, it was one of those. But in the dream, I died, but I joined the army right before, and I died because I was on the beach, and I got hit in the head with a Frisbee really hard, right? Which is not the way you want to go. But here's the thing. I didn't go to heaven. I didn't go to hell. Instead, I went to Valhalla, right? Which is weird. I got there on a technicality. Like, I guess I died a warrior's death, right? I'm technically in the military. And here's the thing is I knew it was Valhalla right away because it's like, first of all, the floors are clouds. Classic sign you're dead. And I knew it was Valhalla because I look around and all the buildings are wood covered in axes for some reason. You know, everything's, all the food is just meat with a bone sticking out. And everybody there's like just a really tall, muscular, Viking guy, right? That's pretty much, that's all there is actually. Just big buff dudes. And it's very, odd. It throws me off and I don't really know what to do. So I go up and try to talk to one of these, these really handsome dudes, one of these New York nines. I'm like, all right, dude, like I'm new in town, new here. I was wondering, what the fuck there is to do in Valhalla. And this guy, he goes, welcome to Valhalla. This is your new home. How can I guide you through the afterlife? And, I'm sorry, political views aside, this guy should be speaking English, right? You know, I don't know about you, but so I try to talk to the guy. He's kind of bumming me out. I really don't understand him, but he seems chill. And I'm about to leave, but I see out of the corner of my eye this guy who's not a Viking, right? Out of everybody, this guy's not a Viking. He's just this little fucker, right? This little fucker. He's just like hunched over, all black, got a little black helmet. And I realize there's not just Vikings here. There's me, infinite amount of Vikings, and one Nazi. This guy was a Nazi, just chilling, just hanging out with the Vikings. And I realized, like, oh, Valhalla has like one rule, and it's a firm rule, you know? You die warrior's death, you're in. You don't have to be a good guy. You don't have to be a bad guy. You just get in, right? Which is fine. Them's the rules. I'm not going to argue. I just got here. So I'm like, you know what? I'm out of here. You know, I don't hang out with these types of dudes. The vibe is fucked. And so I meander around. I start moving around, and I'm like, all right, I got to, you know, find somebody who fucking speaks English or can show me around to a dispensary or something. And I get on a bus full of Vikings, and I try to go to this restaurant full of Vikings. And I'm like, fuck, dude. I'm pretty sure it's just me, a bunch of Vikings, and like one Nazi. And as soon as I say that, I see past this crowd of super tall, hot dudes, one guy sitting on a bench. All right? And I could tell he was American because he was wearing like one of those like green helmets, like a World War II green combat fatigues. But, you know, that could be anybody. But I knew he was American because he was eating a cheeseburger. And anybody can eat a cheeseburger, right? But I knew he was American because he was eating a cheeseburger, but he had a second cheeseburger next to him for later, which is we've all been there, right? And I'm like, oh, great. This guy knows where the cheeseburgers are at. So I'm going to go talk to him. And I'm like, you know what? Hey, what's up, man? You know, I'm just fucking chilling. I'm new here. You know, nice to meet you. My name's Toby Gomez. And, you know, where'd you get that cheeseburger? And does it come with bacon? And he's like, oh, no, it doesn't come with bacon because I'm Jewish. You know, and, you know, nice to meet you. My name is Morty Schlomostein. And this is my new friend, Obergruppenführer Wolfgang von Sauerkraut. And we're just having a wonderful lunch together. You know, I'm like, oh, you know, this is very odd. With a Nazi, I've never met a Jewish person just hanging out with a Nazi. So I got to ask, you know, I'm like curious about it. I'm like, hey, man, so I died, like pretty much, I got hit in the head by a Frisbee super hard, like so hard you might as well say I got shot in the head. Like I got shot in the head with a Frisbee practically in front of all my friends. How'd you die, sir? And you know, he gets this like really serious tone, and he's like, well, you know, it's a long story. Well, Kenneth, he was naive. He didn't know I loved him. You know, it's more than a friend. You know, I loved him, but here's the thing: is he was engaged to Evelyn, and when they pulled his draft card, you know, I couldn't bear to see him go. I couldn't bear to see him stay and get married, so I figured I'll take your place, my good friend Kenneth. I figure I'll go. And I knew first day of training camp, they're gonna figure out, oh, he's a homosexual. They're gonna rip me to shreds day one, but they didn't know. And we flew overseas, and by the time we got to France, we saw people being ripped apart. We saw people being torn to shreds. And by then, they didn't care. All right, we were close. There was no LGBT community back in 1944, okay? And nobody back in my small town in Iowa was ever closer to me than my friends. And that's why I didn't mind dying for Pat and Mike, all right, and Robert and Mark. Because not just they were my friends, because they would go back home to America and they would have children with their Evelyns. And those children would be raised by men who would teach them, you know what, it's okay to be gay. Because I served with a gay man. And he gave his life for me. And I'm like, all right, that's cool. I asked you how you died. You didn't really say that. You kind of skipped over that. And I get it. Like, you seem like you went through a lot, dude. You went through a lot. You know, I'm sure. You know, it's been 80 years, but you've been through a lot. And it's like, I'm just going to let you know for future reference, that's called trauma dumping. And you really don't want to do that. For future reference, that's called trauma dumping. All right? And that, like I said, I know you've been through a lot. just for future reference. And here's the thing is, I'm a polite guy, all right? My mom raised me right. So I'm not going to be rude, all right? I can reach across the aisle, unlike these clowns in Congress. You know, I'm understandable, all right? I can get out of my liberal bubble. And so I start talking to this literal Nazi, right? Just, you know, I'm like, you know what? Same question to you, man. What's up, Wolfgang Puck? How'd you die, man? And he's like, you know how Germans are. He's like,
oh, so it was lovely. So, you know, here we are in the Third Reich, right? The Fuhrer is like, oh, I need you to go to Poland. I need you to go to Poland. Burn down a village. And I'm like, oh my God, that sounds wonderful. I love the Poland. We are in Poland. We go to the village. Little children playing around. Beautiful architecture, beautiful buildings. So I knock on the door. Hello, little girl comes out. Hello, little girl. How are you doing? We are going to burn your house down. You can be outside the house, inside the house. Doesn't matter. We're going to burn down the house. So we burn down the house. We burn down the schoolhouse. We, salt and destroy the earth. Nothing grows for 500 years. And then you know how war is. You raid a village. Somebody raids your village. Bang, bang, boom, boom. Suddenly, I find myself on top of the grenade, and I give my life for Dieter and Hans and Jürgen. So that they go home to their beautiful Helgas, and they have beautiful little Nazi babies.
and I'm like, much cooler story, first of all. Second of all, you actually answered the question. Good job. Grenade. Solid answer. Solid answer. And I'm like, all right, I get it, but I don't get it. And so I turn to Mort, and I'm like, Mort, you are a Jewish World War II soldier hanging out and having lunch with a Nazi. With all these Vikings around, why wouldn't you hang out? Why would you hang out with a Nazi? And then Mort looks at me and he goes, well, I get what you're saying, but this guy only pillaged people. All right. I didn't get the joke either, but I woke up and I was like, that was fucking crazy, dude, because I don't even like Frisbee. All right. Cool. I'm going to welcome up Spencer back. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. All right, cool.
Wunderbar! Yeah, give it up for Toby Gomez, and what a lovely Nazi story that was. All right. I always like it when, sometimes we just got to, politics, it's just too much on the fringes, all right? Toby is right. He gets out of this. Sometimes you can't just be in your liberal bubble, and sometimes you can't just be a literal Nazi. Sometimes you have to meet in the middle, okay? All right? And be Mussolini or whatever the hell the middle is. Okay. Anyway, riffing gone wrong. That's what that was. Oh, well. All right, you guys excited for your headliner? You're goddamn right you are. I could feel that excitement. It was palpable. Oh, boy. All right. Oh, okay. Calm down, Arsenio. All right. All right. This next comic is one of my favorites. It's got a special on Amazon Prime called I Didn't Drive Here Either. Give it up for your headliner, AJ DeMello.
Please lower all of your expectations exponentially. Oh, how are we doing tonight? Were you doing good? Doing good, guys? Give it up one more time for Toby over here. I love this guy, because he's a hero, because he walks around like he's a normal man amongst the comedians and everything, but we all know that that's Daredevil, right? Like, you can see it too, right? I mean, he gives me shit because I give him shit, but that is for sure Matt Murdock right there, okay? And that's my favorite superhero. Let's give it up for Daredevil, everybody. Come on. Fighting crime. Fuck. As a lawyer, fucking putting up with Spider-Man. Shit, almost said Superman. That's not right. So, you guys excited for Halloween? What's your favorite part of Halloween? Anybody? You get like a certain favorite part? Costumes. Pumpkin pie. Is that like a tradition? Because it's like orange and stuff. Oh, wow. I wouldn't trust myself to do that. I don't know. Every time I like open a pumpkin, I just think of green tea, and I just fucking hate my life, you know? Because I drink tea. I like oolong. I say oolong. I'm supposed to say oolong, you know? Oolong, you know? Chinese. That's where it comes from. That's the tea that you drink at the Chinese food place where they have so many calories of MSG, but they still stay skinny. Oolong. This is not funny, but it's informational. Okay? Oolong. Do it. You'll lose weight. So, what are we talking about? Halloween, right? So, is anybody going to hand out Halloween candy on Halloween this year? here's some Halloween, you know? Fuck, here's a picture of my mother. No. No, it's just like I think it's cool to hand out candy to trick-or-treaters. It's kind of cool to see the costumes, but I feel like every year the trick-or-treaters get a little less humbled, you know? Instead of like it being an experience where, you know, you getting a candy, it's like they're going through a drive-through, you know? It's like they're checking their bag, you know? It's like, you know, this is like free, right? You know? Like, it's not a 10-piece, it's a Butterfinger. Hope you drop it, bitch. You know, like, be grateful, you know? It's supposed to be a fun time. You guys think this pandemic's over? I think they were through with it? Is it over? No? Pandemic's here to stay. Sorry, guys. I just put on a mask, go out the back. No, but I feel like, I don't know. It's weird. Like the pandemic, I feel like it almost made us like scientists in a way because we had so much free time to ourselves, you know? You just discover things, you know? Like, I don't know if it's the aerodynamics of it, but I'm pretty sure if you turn your hat backwards, you can jerk off faster. I'm pretty sure. I think that's the Mythbusters next episode, you know? They should credit me, but they won't. Speaking of scientists, I don't know. I watched Shark Week. Excuse me. I'm a little ahead of myself. Here's the thing. When we talk about scientists, there's these scientists for years. They're trying to create these electrical poles at the beach where the sharks will swim away from the people. You know, they're trying to protect us at the beach, but it's like, is that really necessary? You know, like if science wants to protect us from what lurks in the water, then why don't they create something in the public restroom that stops the water from hitting our ass? You know, like E. coli, actual shit. You know, like you get into the water with a shark, you probably not get bit by a shark. You know, if you take a shit in a public restroom and one of those splashes goes up into your ass, you better be praying that night, okay? Like, you don't know what's going to happen. All right, we'll move on to the next thing. It's okay. You guys smoke weed? No? Who hurt you? What's your thing? You drink? What? So you do smoke weed? What the fuck is that? No, I smoke wax, dude. That's like to be like, hey, you ever do coke? And be like, nah, just fucking crack cocaine. None of this fucking bullshit lines, bro. You better pull out a bite. You know, like, like that's so fucking funny. No, I don't smoke weed, bro. I do wax. Like that is so. Wait, how much? Wait, so how much wax do you put in? Like, do you smoke out of a bong, or do you have like you got a dab rig? So like, were you in metal class in high school? Fuck no. But okay, well that makes sense. You know, like. You're an electrician at home and at your job, you know, like, wow, you're really creating fire with fire. Okay, that's cool. Now I'm a stoner, but like a huge stoner, especially with the holidays. Like, I got so high on Thanksgiving that at one point I rubbed the gravy dish like a lamp and wished for a better family. Still wishing, you know, you gotta keep that dream alive. Sometimes, I don't know, I've been trying to cut back though, you know, because you know, sometimes you get like too stoned for your own good. You know, you get mixed up too much. Like, I don't know if you ever try to clean up for yourself, but it doesn't work out, you know? Like, you know you're stoned when you like spit in the sink and then flush the toilet, you know? Like, that'll take care of that, you know, like wax on, wax off, you know. That's not really how it works. My weed tolerance is fucking crazy, dude. I've been smoking so much weed that I've been eating too fast. Like last night I ate half a pot pie before I could put it in the oven, you know, like I got fucking problems right now. I've been smoking so much weed, I've been trying to eat more bananas because they slow your heart rate down. The thing is, I have an irregular heartbeat, but I still drink a lot of coffee and smoke lots of weed. Both of those speed up the heartbeat, you know, so I gotta be careful. I use a banana like someone with a peanut allergy uses an EpiPen. So please, if you ever see me out of breath fumbling a banana, just stab me with it, okay? It's gonna be okay, I promise, you know. I feel like that joke never gets what I think it deserves. But I love that joke. It's gonna be one of the jokes I rest my morals on. So you guys have all been to the drunk tank? Is that what I understand? Toby too? Daredevil. Not him. Of course not. He's a lawyer. He fucking knows how to wiggle his way out, you know? Talk to the security guard. You wanna see your wife again? You know? I don't know. I don't know what you do. Anyways. I actually got a DUI right before I turned 21. Yeah, they automatically have to suspend your license for at least 2 years, I think it is, or 1 year. But they took me to First Chance, and Spencer's like, what the fuck is First Chance? And I was like, I don't know, that's what they do if you don't completely lie when they know you're drunk, and they're still going to arrest you. I guess. Have you guys heard of First Chance? So I got arrested in a bad area, like Santa Clara County. And I wasn't just driving drunk. I don't know if you've ever like been in the moment of your life where you don't just drive drunk sometimes, but you have your friend in the passenger seat cut up lines of cocaine and you snort those motherfuckers too, you know? And that makes you want to go through a red light if it's getting close, you know? You'd be like, I believe in myself. Not that I'm believing in yourself, but yeah, so I got pulled over and I thought it was the best acting job of my life, you know? I was like, all right, gotta sober up. And they even found I had a cut up straw, 2 lines of cocaine, okay? They found it in my pocket. One of the cops goes like this, huh? And I had to just not even react, right? And they didn't say anything about it, thankfully. But they still said, we're taking you to First Chance. And I didn't go, what's First Chance? I said, well, it doesn't sound like jail, but I'm probably still going to jail. What it is they put you in like this, it looks like a place where they put like misfit kids where their parents just died. You know, like there's like bunk beds and like bars. You know, like we got to keep you confined until we. What's that? Yeah, something like that. You know, someone's got a gun. It's probably not fun. And I remember I didn't want to believe the lady was very adamant. Like when they checked me in, I don't know, it was 1 a.m, 12 a.m. She was like, so this is what's going to happen. You're going to lose your license for a year. And I swear to God, I remember looking at her and being like, nah, what? You know, like, and she's like, yeah, so you lose your license for at least a year. And I had to, you can't sleep in that situation either. Have any of you guys been like, arrested for the first time and then you have to like either sleep or stay up for the rest of the night? Right? Did you sleep? You can't sleep. No sleep till Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? He's from fucking New York, okay? So he should get that joke. It's not that funny, but anyways, okay. Anyways, fucking, all right, well, we connected a little bit. So are you guys all planned babies, or are we getting any accidents in here? Planned? All right. Are you all planned? But you didn't want to admit it. It's not something usually announced when you come into a room. I was not planned to be here, okay? Someone was like, oh, fuck, there's a baby. You want to... No, okay, hey, I didn't say, okay? I didn't say. No, I was an accident. It's kind of fun, you know, like the way my dad found out. Like, My dad found out my mom was pregnant when the police called saying they tested her blood at the station where cocaine and a baby came up in the results. Hey, my dad was quick though. He was like, "Hey, they told me there was no babies in this cocaine. You know, like here's." They're like, "Sir, that's not how it works." Yeah, fucking. I got an interesting family, man. My uncle, he's like really into guns, and now he's trying to give me a gun. And I was trying to tell him, you know, comedians like me, we can be unstable. So giving me a gun is kind of like giving a fat kid a chocolate river. You may not be seeing us again, you know. He hands me it anyways, like, here now, you have a gun. And I was like, no, I've got a golden ticket. No, I couldn't accept the gun. If I had a gun, I'd probably just keep it locked up like a sports car, you know. Friends come over, just see me waxing it in the driveway. Turns out I'm just stoned, rubbing the gravy dish. Bang, you know, give me that family, you know. Get a wish for it, you know. You guys like getting older, or do you kind of wish you could go back in time to when you were younger? You kind of want to be younger? You want to be right now? See, I like this. You want to go younger? Is it because the balding? Hey, I'm balding too, so I'm trying to. Well, what's the number one reason? You're so full of shit. There was a girl that you fucked it up with, right? And you wanted to go back, and you know how to make it right. That's probably something. Okay, so there's something wrapped in that, I think. Okay, this got kind of weird. Not only bring that up because I hear like a lot of people say I want to go back in time. You know, I want to go back in time, but I kind of like being older. You know, like to be I can realize why you'd want to be like a kid again, though. You know, like especially around Christmas time. You know, like all of a sudden, like you get like stuff for Christmas that's really hot on your wish list. You know. But, you know, you take a step back from it, you know, there's a reason why it's children that get to ask Santa what they want, you know. Like, if I sat on Santa's lap now, I wouldn't be asking for a toy car. I'd be asking for a Latina with a face tattoo. I've been good, okay? I swear to God. Not everyone always loves that joke, but it's a favorite for me. You guys like horror movies? No? Sometimes you gotta put yourself in the mood though, you know? Like last night I turned off the lights and watched Bambi. Fuck, dude. Fucking cried, dude. Like it's hard. Like that's a horror movie. Nobody wants to talk about that, but there's a fire, you know? It was like just like when Disney brought in color for the first time. You're like, wow, it's vivid, you know? There's like screams. No, I don't know. I like horror movies. I just hate how almost everyone that dies in them doesn't get like that good last word in, you know? Like I was watching the original Halloween, you know, Michael Myers, he's got the mask, big kitchen knife. One point, he stabs this guy through a door, like hanging him there. Michael's all twisting his head side to side, studying his kill. All I could think was, if that was me dying right there and then, my last words would be, is it in? Let that psycho bitch chew on that for a minute, you know? Give him a little something to think about, you know? Son of a bitch. That's how a horror movie should go from time to time, you know? It's like somebody dies horrifically, and then there's like, wow, I'd hate to be that guy in that moment thinking about what that means right now, right? All right, that's why they don't pick me to write the next Halloween. Anyways, you guys fuck with depression? A little bit? I know it's not good to be a comedian when people know you're a comedian and then they know you're depressed. You know, because I was at work recently, I was depressed, and one of my coworkers was like, "Well, that's good. You're a comedian, so being depressed helps you." And I was like, "Well, you know, comedy and depression are linked, but they're not one and the same. You know, like, you don't typically show someone your suicide note and they go, 'Whoa, you should put this on Facebook.' Like this is fucking good, dude. You inspire some folks with this fucking bullshit, you know." So, you guys smoke a lot of weed? You guys big weed smokers at all? I know this guy is. He doesn't like to tell because he fights crime and shit. Now, sometimes you can get too stoned for your own good, you know? Like, I remember one time, one day in particular, I smoked a hash. I was drinking all day, smoked a hash-infused joint, ended up at a Denny's where I was too stoned. Like, remember asking the waitress, "Hey, was the chef going to cook the food on the flat grill in front of us?" And she's like, "This isn't that kind of restaurant." And I was like, "What?" I thought this was Denny Hannes, you know. It was not Denny Hannes. It was a Barnes and Noble. You know, I was fucking way off. They don't even have fries there, you know. It's fucking bullshit, you know. You know, you think my mom would also be like a big stoner from all the mishaps she has, but God love her, she's just a big klutz. Like her one big klutz moment, when I was a toddler, she was cleaning around the house one day, accidentally knocked over the small TV that when it landed, took the very tip of my pinky finger, made it grow more curved like a scoop over the years, and being the type of person my mom is, it could have been an accident. Or she just thought it'd be cute to have a baby with a coke finger. You know, because I don't know about you, but I'm less inclined to ask for your cocaine at the Christmas party if it's coming from your baby's fingernail. You know, it's like, that's where I go, COVID, you know. I don't know. Yeah, my mom's kooky, man. She's sort of like the master of winning arguments by like default, you know, because nobody really knows how to respond, you know. There's a lot of people that get to a point in an argument where they go, "Well, you know what? F you." My mom would go, "Well, you know what? You could jump up my butt for a milkshake." Yeah, nobody really wants to engage past that point, you know. It's kind of like being in a paintball fight with someone where you're shooting balls of paint and they're shooting balls of shit. You're just like, this isn't fun for anybody anymore, you know? So unfortunately, both my parents passed away in the past 2 years. You know, my dad died in 2020. My mom died in the summer. And when I saw her in the hospital, I asked her how she felt about at least outliving my father. And she said, "I don't even know who you are." She was confused. She was very confused. She was very sick. I hadn't seen her in like 15 years, you know, and I was the only family member that would drop what they were doing and go see her, you know, partially because I live in California, partially because I have too much of a fucking heart, you know, because everyone else was like, "It's a lot of money to get on a plane." And I'm just like, well, it's kind of a lot to get in a car for someone I haven't seen in 15 years either, you know, but I did it. Okay. I feel like that deserves a round of applause, but don't give it to me. Okay. Okay, you can. That's all right. But I mean, like it's weird to like get a call and then like, you know, someone's like, you know, your mom doesn't have that long to live, and then you gotta go. You know, I kind of felt like I was a character in a Stephen King novel. You know, like I was like when I was making the drive, I felt like I was driving home to Derry to fight Pennywise the Clown again. Like, you know, like, will you come? Like, I'm like, I guess. I don't know if I'm gonna live. I don't know. It's weird. When I just think about my parents in general, it's weird. Like, my parents were, like, it's weird. Like, my parents, like, they both had similar jobs. They were different, but they both had similar jobs where they just got people their stuff, you know? Like, my dad was a mailman. My mom was a secretary. The only thing they didn't deliver on was my abortion. I'm still here. Because of Daredevil. Give it up for him. He was there at the beginning. No, actually, my mom, she was gonna abort me, and my dad met her at the clinic before she did the old heave ho. You know, is that the term? I don't know. There's not a good term for it before she did the axe. You know, before she said "fuck the baby." You know, like there's no good term for it that just makes everyone go, "We're with you." You know, it's not a good term. I don't know. I don't know. I like to joke about fucking odd things and shit. Like, you guys ever notice how most people will cover their mouths to cough, but never cover their ass to fart? Seems kind of rude, right? And I notice weird things. Like one thing about porn I realized after all these years, you know that phrase that the girls keep using over and over? It's like, do these chicks just not care that the phrase, "oh yeah," is copyrighted by the Kool-Aid Man? Like, stop stealing his shit, you know? This is a copyright. Anybody else have the balls to say they fuck with OnlyFans before? Spencer's, that's my homie right there. He actually was the one that started the OnlyFans, and I supported it. You know, I said, "You got one fan, and we're gonna fucking do this." No, I subscribed to OnlyFans for a little bit during the pandemic, but I ended up realizing, I had a problem. You know, where I could no longer suffer from the illusion that these girls are into me, which is why I would scream "liar" when I come. You know, like, I don't know. It made it feel right, you know. You're about justice. What do you think, Daredevil? Is that what you do when you do OnlyFans? He doesn't want to give away his secrets. It's okay. I bet you push Electra into fucking starting an OnlyFans, right? This is just enjoyable for me at this point. I've been calling him Daredevil for like 3 years, and he's like, "I don't see it." But I do, I swear to God. Anyways. So, are you guys fuck with getting into healthier things? You like being healthy? You guys like eating healthier things? Boo. See, sometimes you don't even have a choice, though. You get, like, forced into doing a healthier thing. Like, I just found out that I'm gluten intolerant, so I've, like, only been eating, like, vegan and gluten-free foods, which has created a whole new set of problems for me. Like, I'm living in constant fear. I've never been more afraid I'm going to fart on stage in my life right now. Like, this shit's fucked up, you know? This will be a fun joke to do because this is like 50% comedians here. But the weird thing in comedy is to date another comedian. And only really because when audience members or friends find out and start asking about it, you know? Like, "Oh, you two must crack each other up all the time." You know, it's like, "Oh yeah, even in the bedroom, we're like the Three Stooges. When I bust on her face, she goes, nyuk, nyuk, nyuk." You know? It's a crowd pleaser, you know. That's when confetti should just come down from the ceiling at that point, you know. That's how you end a show. My next special, just confetti down from the fucking ceiling when that happens. Except it won't be confetti, it'll be cum. And we'll be advertising your OnlyFans. It'll be a whole thing, Spencer. Are you ready for that? Okay. He's like, "I'm not, but we're gonna go with it. We're gonna go with it for you." So I don't know. You guys ever hear something in life, you hear somebody like say a quote or just something in particular and it kind of sticks with you. You almost want to emulate it, make it part of your life, you know. This happened to me like the first real high school party I was at. Remember this jock, I remember asking him, I was like, hey, do you ever drink beer out of a glass? And he was like, I like to drink it out of a can. It makes me feel like who I really am. And I remember thinking like, wow, that's so cool, you know? I want to apply that to my life, you know? So I was at a party one day, it was at a barbecue. This guy went to hand me a cooked hot dog off the grill. I was like, I like to eat it cold out of the package, you know? Makes me feel like who I really am. I don't know what that joke fucking means. But it's a joke. You guys want to hear a really dirty joke? You want to hear a really dirty joke? Okay. So for anyone that's in a relationship or going to be in a relationship and you're unsure if the other person has good taste, just know this joke, I'm just trying to help, okay? There's a new study just came out that said posting a picture of what you're about to eat onto the internet makes it taste better. So basically what this means is whenever you're about to go down on someone you're unsure about, you just pull out your phone, take a pic, upload it to Facebook, and by then they'll be like, well, come on already. Just be like, yeah, let's get a couple of likes, you know? You said you wanted a guy with good taste. I mean, shit, you know? You said you wanted to fucking hear it. I'm just here to fucking amuse you. That's all it is. Oh, okay. I want to do this one. So I think the best thing comedy's done for me so far, it's made me better at introductions. I was bad at them for a long time, and the worst time was when I moved and switched schools in the 5th grade. I was the only kid in the school that couldn't speak Spanish. Everyone could speak Spanish except for me. So my brothers, that'd be like a funny gag. This is like the late 90s, okay? My brothers, it'd be like a funny gag, teach me how to say I'm cool in Spanish, sort of break the ice with the other kids, except they didn't tell me how to say I'm cool. They told me how to say soy maricón. In case you don't know what soy maricón means, it doesn't mean I'm cool. It means I'm gay, but like really, 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 really gay. Like, and not that there's anything wrong with saying you're gay, but there might be something wrong with a 9-year-old thinking they're saying I'm cool when they're really saying I'm gay. You know? Like, hey, AJ, pass the gravy dish. Soy maricón, Grandpa. You know, like it's... Like the month of February was particularly rough that year because on the bottom of every kid's Valentine I wrote, soy maricón, you know? Like, no wonder the teachers didn't hold me back despite the bad grades. He's just so brave, you know? Like, they literally were going to hold me back that year, but they're like, we don't got the room, you know? Like, you got to go be a comedian or something. That's what they should have said. Anyways. How much time I got, Spencer? Huh? About a minute or two. Do you guys want to do a little crowd participation real quick? You gotta work with me though. You promise? You're not gonna bail on me? Okay. When I say jelly, you say bean. Jelly. Jelly. When I say fuck, you say me. Fuck. I believe that's called consent. We're gonna have a good time tonight, one day or another, you know, right? Am I right? Or you're like, what the fuck is this? Okay, so comedy for me, it's kind of like a two-way street, you know. Either I'm gonna celebrate after with the drink, or I'm gonna go home and hit my son. I'm just kidding. I don't drink. That's a lie. I got fucking alcohol right there. My name's Agent Mello. You guys have a good night.
former alcoholic and father of the year, AJ DeMello, everybody. AJ DeMello. I take it back. All right. Thank you for coming to Camp Wanderlust, everybody. You guys have been great. We've been all right. No, I'm just kidding. I love you guys. Thanks for coming out to Camp Wanderlust. We are back every first Friday, 8 p.m. See you next time.
Thanks for coming out, everybody. That is not actually it for us for the night. We do have another show. Is it next? No. It's at 10. It was going to be at 9, but then we were going to put another show at 9. What matters is come back at 10. Online audience or people here live. You can go get a snack, sit out in the lobby and drink, whatever you need to do. Just check out stabcomedytheater.com for our full calendar of events. I almost feel like I should do something because we're only going to be down for like a half hour, but I can't. So we're just going to let you go and hope that you come back. In fact, we're going to send you somewhere. How about Ben Monster? Assuming they're still going. Go enjoy some Ben Monster and come back at 10 p.m. for Suzette and the crew for Say Yes. It's more discussion, drag panel talk. It's a lot of fun, and they'll be back here at 10. But go enjoy some Ben Monster in the meantime, and we'll see you back here in about half hour, 40 minutes. See you then.